Aloha, I'm Felicia Miller Johnson, and I conduct work-life video interviews with career professionals that become an all-intuitive conversation. Aloha, welcome to another episode of All Intuitive Conversation. Today I get to connect with Audrye Abre. So let me bring her to the screen. Aloha,
Hi,
Audrye.
everybody. Mahalo. Hi.
How are you?
I'm well. I mean, given whatever and hoo-ha, I am well. Thank you.
Indeed. Well, I am excited to connect with you today for this conversation. So, the very first thing that just kind of came to my mind is that on your picture on LinkedIn, you have a flower in your hair. Like I said, I don't do a whole bunch of research on my guest. I saw the flower in your hair, and you have a flower in your hair today. So, tell me, what's the story behind the flower in your hair?
Flower in my hair actually started years back. I live in Florida now. I am from New York. Uh,
Mm,
oh no, born and bred. Okay,
yes.
meaning the city. Okay. But now I've lived in Florida for quite a while, and I have a bunch of grandkids. And I first bought like a real flower, and my first granddaughter loved it, and they would start it to die because the actual flower. And it
Yes.
was like that, she was like, mm. So I always had to have a flower for her. And although me, this natural, practically in everything I can do, discovered these, and so now I wear them. Have a bunch of them, different colors, all the time. I
Awesome.
love.
That is beautiful. Like I said, it definitely at least stands out.
Thank you.
So, so you're from New York?
Oh
What
yes,
part?
yeah.
What part?
The city. You mean where was I born?
Yes,
I was born in East New York, Brooklyn. Do you know that
Brooklyn.
area? I don't know it
Brooklyn in
now.
the house.
Huh? You
I
too?
said, as they say, Brooklyn's in the house.
Yes.
Here's the thing. It's like I graduated. Interesting. I graduated high school in New Jersey. And so my dad was in the military, so we moved around from place to place. And so my initial thought of what my career thought life was going to be is that I was going to be working in New York and live in Jersey. So I always kind of had this as they say, East Coast vibe at that time. So it's just and now I live in Little Rock, Arkansas in the South. And so
Oh,
everything definitely happens for, a reason of I know why I'm here for that. But it's just the connection of like just the East Coast and New York. It's always kind of got a little hard for me with that. So you're living in Florida,
yes.
and it's interesting because I already had pulled the first card, and so I'm already here with you. The very first one with all the flowers all around. I was like, yeah, um, connecting with there. So, what is it that you do on a day to day basis in Florida?
Okay, so I have a lot of people put a lot of labels on what I am. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
me, I'm a born mystic intuitive. Now I'm also being called the transformation goddess of light because
Yes.
spirit told me my job, my joy of being is really to send light. That's it.
Mm.
And anything else is extra. Now, anybody who's ever hears that, you might, oh, that's so simple. You just send it. To send it, you have to be it. One has to clear oneself inside and all around to truly be that channel that sends it. So I meditate every day in one form or another. I do breathing attunements. Um,
Mhm.
I'm a psychic. If people like another word, I'm a clairvoyant. There's a lot of words people can use depending on their culture. In Harlem, the ladies did not like the word psychic. They went, no, we like you. You can't possibly be that. So
Really?
this particular group, some
Uh-huh.
years back, So they tuned in, and then they said, "You are," and this is not words that I would use, okay? This was their
Uh-huh.
word. They said, "You are a prophetess like us." I'm telling
Mm-hmm.
you, different people, different language, different words, similar thing.
Well, it's interesting because you're a type, right? Because, like I said, I live in the South, right? And when you start talking about clairvoyance and all these different things, right? There's, this is the Bible Belt. There's a lot of judgment
Mhm.
that comes with that, and it's interesting that you use the word prophetess because when there are times, like I said, I grew up mostly Christian in Christian background. It's like when you're explaining things to individuals or kind of like what happens, that is actually one of the words, because that would be the question that I would ask is like, okay, so what would be your difference between a psychic and a prophet?
I didn't call myself a prophet.
Right, but it's
The
like that whole
ladies
the
did.
language is like when you start talking about the language, I said, okay, in church terms, you would just call it a prophet. Outside of church, people are using the word like psychic. So prophet, prophetess, it's they're similar skills, just a different label to that. So yeah, I totally get that. So tell me about your story of when did you realize that you had these abilities?
As I said, to me, I'm a born mystic intuitive. I've
Mm-hmm.
always thought a certain way. Okay, when I was a little kid, I didn't have the language because
Right.
it was not the language my family used. At all. That was not their language.
Mm-hmm.
And I just could feel stuff. I could see stuff. Like not necessarily. I knew stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
remember when I was 10, I am firstborn of three kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw my mom behaving in a certain way with my brother, who was 5 at the time. There's a
Mm-hmm.
5 year span between he and I. And me, in my zeal to be helpful,
Mm-hmm.
truly, I said, whatever, nicely, I said what I saw. So she got annoyed, and now we would use the term invalidated what I said. And it's unfortunate she did that because I was right on target.
Yeah.
And so I've just been this. And at a certain point, um, I studied astrology.
Mm-hmm.
That always fascinated me. And I know stuff. So I have studied with other psychics. I
Mm-hmm.
remember I was going through a major change in my life at a certain point. This is in the city.
Mm-hmm.
And I met Elizabeth Stratton.
Yes. Notice I was like the stars, and then the very first thing is that I need to move on. Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was leaving my ex. Exactly what was happening. Okay.
There it is. Like, yeah.
And I had
Uh-huh.
a baby. Okay. Who
Mm-hmm.
was the world to me. Okay. I had a near death experience when I was birthing her. That's another kind of
Oh.
story. Anyway, so she was telling me how smart I was. You learn things quickly, and I went there and all this. I ended up studying with her by being her assistant. And when I thought at the time, okay, these definitions are so funny. Being a psychic meant one can automatically bend spoons with your head.
Yes.
Okay, which I've learned how to do, by the way. I did it with Bird Smith lions. I've got them.
Oh, you got them? Yep.
Yeah, I do. Um,
Uh-huh.
I'm not saying I could do it right now. So if you tell me run and get a fork, you have to be in a certain space. But
Oh,
I
I'm
have
already
it.
knowing that's not, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I learned through this, I'll call it at the time mentorship with Elizabeth,
Mm-hmm.
that what she was, the way she spoke, I totally understood. What she did,
Mm.
I understood this. It was a language that made sense to me. And I thought, is this what this means? To
Oh.
be a psychic? Well, I am. And in terms of a prophetess, I have to lift my frequency just so people know this, to really access information from the highest levels. It isn't what I call my third dimensional ego personality self. It
Mm-hmm.
comes from the higher level soul essence self. Will I still know stuff in my quote unquote regular vibration? Yeah, because I'm born to this. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not like a regular person. I don't mean I'm not a regular person. I've gotten go through all that, but no, I'm I'm something else. Okay, and those like me will understand this. Others may not. So I no longer strive to have people understand what they may be choosing to block understanding. That's not my place. My place is to offer what's there if they ask, bless, move on, because I don't want to be adding any undue stress or negativity to anybody, including my own self. That's just me.
Well, yeah, that's just you. Because now this other card that came out, even though it came out with the justice card, it's like, yeah, meditating, be able to balance the scale without, touching it, just the whole tapping into the energy, the whole light, as you're saying, being that whole example to that. So the next question that kind of came to mind as I'm getting to know you is there's these two swords on that's coming to my mind on that. And it's like, what has been edgy for you in your life?
What's been edgy for me in my life?
Mm-hmm.
This is the past. It's not now.
Mm-hmm.
Being who I am.
Mm.
Really embracing what I am. I early on, my mother used to teach me everybody is equal, all of that kind of thing. Everybody is this. And then when I discovered, and I was raised in a white environment. Okay. When I was 8, the family moved from Brooklyn. We had, let's just say not a discrepancy, a disturbance in the family between my parents and the aunts and uncles. We moved. And when I got older, how old was I? Teenager or stuff. And when we would visit Brooklyn, because we moved to Long Island, I remember seeing down the block some Black people. Well, this fascinated me. And so, because brown, like not my daughter mixed race. Okay, that kind of thing, or complexion, brown. And so I was fascinated because my first time. And it was clear my family didn't want me to look that way. And the vibe, now I can pick up vibes, always have. I mean, that's why I am what I am. This isn't new.
Yeah.
And so I knew that wasn't, let's just say it became clear that wasn't what they appreciated. So I like people, some people more than others. This is true. If I think of somebody as a psychopathic acting person, not who I want to hang out with.
Right.
And all of that. So what happened is I started really learning that to be who I am and what I feel and what I see and what I know did not always go along with whoever the cultural group was I happened to find myself in. That is still the truth. Okay, my newest course, I have 3 online courses, and I get impulse, and there are a lot of work to put together.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is called Ism Freedom. Be free of the causes and effects of racism, sexism, and other isms. And in case people want to know, I pour my heart and soul into it. I do research. I talk to people. I've lived a life. I'm still living a life and all of this. And I thought people would want this. People are afraid of it. Some want it and some, not me. I don't have any issue. Who doesn't have an issue? I'm sorry. I don't mean, okay, LGBTQ now in Florida. There's some law, I don't remember it, I just read about it, about making some of it illegal. You can't teach stuff. I mean, I'm not saying all this should be in grade school. I don't think they should, there's a lot, all that. But we have to know all the different aspects of what our species is, because we are growing, shifting, and moving. And so that's been some of the challenge, to be who I really am and have the courage. And now where I am now, I have a lot more courage. I'm not saying all the courage in the world. I'm open to that, as well as the vulnerability. And to really be that and stand in that, that takes something.
Well, Audrey, it goes back because, like I said, I was looking at the initial picture, but not the word. But the fact that now the story that you shared was about the whole, like the justice and how you look at that. And literally at the bottom of the cards, it says, be impartial and objective. Stand for what you believe. Try to see all sides of a situation. You will win if your position is one of integrity. So it's already when you were a young kid, it was like, hey, I'm intrigued by this. These individuals may be different. To now transition to that's what your work is, like I said, with the whole isms. So it's like you're this whole light being, but then you're still standing up for what you believe. And what I love is that you're also saying that, hey, I don't have everything perfect, together, but it's like I am ascending and doing my work, shadow work, as I, kind of call that, of
Mm-hmm.
clearing all this stuff out in a way. So with the work that you're talking about that you're doing, how do you go about helping others to kind of do that as well?
I have various ways. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
whatever is the right word, psychic, clairvoyant, mystic,
Mm-hmm.
intuitive, whatever word one wants to use. I do readings. I do energy healings. I am a channel. It comes right through me. And
Mm.
people do not have to be in my space because this stuff goes beyond. No, I do readings on the
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah.
I do energy healings on the phone. I don't like doing past life regressions on the phone, although I can.
Mm.
All of that. Even my art.
Yes.
That
Love that. Just like, yeah.
they're called Audrye Om art. They start with an Om. I meditate. I lift my frequency, make designs, and then they fill in, and the guides give me like where to do what. So Audrye Om art that opens the heart.
Yes.
So now I would like all of it in, much as I love it, and I do, and it's magical to live in it. It's now time for it to be in other spaces and places and other people. So I do it with art. I do it with books. I have, how many books do I have? I have 4 books.
Yes.
The Mother's Manual, A Spiritual and Practical Guide to Child Rearing and Motherhood. That's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is What If You Are, oh, here. What if you are, and life is magnificent, miraculous,
Yes.
printed on 100% post-consumer recycled paper.
Oh, look at you.
Very
Look at
expensive
you being conscious of Gaia.
for
Yes.
years, for years. Okay, nothing
Yes.
new. So the other books are PDF, and then what's the other one? Vim, Vigor, Vitality, Vegan. That gives you my lifestyle right there.
Yes.
And then the latest one is Raising Race Consciousness, Healing Racism, Sexism, and Other Isms. And it's from that and way more that the ism course birthed. So I have that course, my
Mm-hmm.
first course. The reason I made the first course is somebody who was going to help me. I'm not a techie lady, okay? I get people tell me with tech. Okay? That's what I would say about tech.
That's what we have teams. We have support teams.
Thank you. Yes, and people who love it and are good at it, and yay. And
Yes.
so they said, "What's the first thing somebody needs to do when they want to grow?" I said, "They have to love themselves. That is a number one. They have to learn to love themselves." And so the first course is called Morph into the Magic of Self-Love, Soul Essence Self, and
Mm-hmm.
Ego Personality Self. And in the course, I teach
Mm-hmm.
people how to do that, literally. Literally.
Girl. So you are so aligned in what you do, because I was shuffling in today. I was like, I'm feeling called for the whole fashion deck. So that's what I was just shuffling. And guess who came out? Was Grace Kelly, who
Oh,
came out. But
huh.
then, but when it comes out, when it talks about attitude, you know what it says? Why not? Not talking about the what if. It's like, as you were just saying, the whole what if, like exploring, like what if you could do this or do that, right? And then we are just talking about, and when you're talking about style, it says, yes, a woman must always look like a lady. And then it talks about inspiration. Who says you can't become a princess? And I'm like, look at you, like with the whole Grace Kelly and the words and the what if. I'm like, uh-huh. So when you're talking about your clients and the individuals and all these different ways that you are helping people, describe your client, like your ideal
My
person.
ideal client.
Yeah, like who you're connecting with, who, when you're making all these different things and the products and all that, who do you align with in thinking these products, these services would help?
Interestingly enough, truly, most of my
Hmm.
clients, not all,
Hmm.
most, especially are women, although I have men, gay, straight.
Hmm.
I think some might be trans, I'm not sure. I don't see them all. Most of them, not all, have brown skin. I have this.
Hmm.
This and one of my clients is an influencer. What do you call it?
Hmm.
Social media influencer, who
Yeah.
recommends me and my clients. And I have white people and I have golden people and I have I mean, I have, okay, like that. But that is a lot. I'm very protective of I'm born under the sun sign of Cancer.
Hmm.
Next month is my birthday. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
When is this live? So I can make a little announcement because it's
Girl, it's live right now.
oh, we're live. Oh
Yeah.
wow. I thought, all right, I need to say this. Okay. I'm gonna be
Yes.
80 in 3 weeks.
Girls, you
Blows
better
my
go. Okay, well,
mind.
Grace Kelly and the whole beauty. Yes, go girl.
80. Okay. Like people say it goes fast. Yes, no.
Hmm.
If you're involved, yes. And then it's like, how's that? Hmm? How, how,
You look amazing. But I would say this, that's, the light and the shining. I'm not, I am not surprised whatsoever. But yes, that just
okay.
makes so
So
much sense. The whole Grace Kelly and the shining and looking beautiful princess. Yes. Hmm. Okay. So those are the people that you're kind of helping and going forth for that. So how can individuals reach you and be like, yes, I
okay,
want to connect with Audrey. Mm-hmm.
my website, which is being redone, is
Hmm.
it'll still have the same name, Audrey Now,
Okay.
AudryeNow.com.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the only Audrey Now that I know of on the
Yes.
internet. My what do you call that? My Instagram is Instagram. If there's a short form, I don't know it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram.com/Audrey Now. My YouTube is bit.ly/Audrey Now.
Okay.
So, can I leave a phone number?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You could call me. I'm going to actually give you my direct number because the other is an 888 number. And someone told me people think it's a scam if I give an 888 number. It's not
Oh.
my 888 number.
Mm-hmm.
So, in case somebody wants it free, the 888 number is 888 757 3223. 888-757-3223, which actually in words is 888-75 peace.
Of course it is.
Yes, exactly.
Of course it is.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's how it goes. My direct number is 917 New York 917 494 0628. You could email me, but I get emails, so
So
I
she's like, reach out on me on the phone.
totally
Like
see
that's the best
them.
way.
They say, well, did you look at your email? I could have looked at it an hour ago, and then there's this. So go to the website. There's somewhere on it to reach me, and my web guy, who's more techie than I am, obviously, can let me know. But call me at the 917 number or text me. And don't just leave a message.
Mm.
Give me a name,
Yes.
something to reach you like that. I know if you text, there's a way to reach, but something that's real. I'm on Facebook. I have to get, I think I did a public person. I don't know how to do that. So it's only my personal page. I've got thousands.
Mm.
So I don't make everyone my friend. I don't know who these people are.
Mm.
And I made a couple of people, you friend them. Oh, nice thought.
Yes.
But
Yes.
some of them not always so nice.
It's a
So
way to protect your energy. It's still and exchange your energy source. And so, yeah.
Yeah, that's very important. And when
Mm-hmm.
some people see my second online course, I call it the sex course. Oh, go to my courses. Audrey Now, AudryeNow.com/ism, ISM for the ism course,
Mm-hmm.
/morph, MORPH for the morph course. Fabulous. They're all good. And
Yes.
the sex course, because after morph came out, I thought, so what's needed now? I looked around. There was junk
Yes.
going on with sex, and you need to, not with all of that. Okay, enough. And so that full name, because I couldn't decide which one, is Sexuality, Sensuality, Spirituality, Stupendous Sex, your intimacy, healing, exuberance course.
Mm.
And ladies, one of the things I learned is a woman, okay, needs a minimum of 3 orgasms a week to
You
maintain.
better talk, Audrey. What was that, 3?
minimum, minimum of 3 orgasms. You can get them all at once and then do more, by the way. Okay, your choice. To maintain her being alive. Okay, her energy. Her men are supposed to have
Yes.
to this 20 so they stay healthy. Okay, and all of that. And that's just one little tidbit. And this really is a healing course. It will deal with junk that some, that's my kind of word for stuff that people may have gone through, whether it was rape or other kind of stuff. And it really will help you heal. And if people take my course, you get bonuses, among which is reductions, free 15-minute reading, reduction in the price of the regular readings. And there's no regular, doesn't mean that's like from a
Yeah.
course. Yeah, that no. And that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
That sounds like that thing helps you to become looking like a lady and to become a princess. And so, the wrap up that I want to have is we kind of had talked about this in the beginning, and I was like, okay, is this what I'm supposed to be led to when I go back to that justice card in there? The eyes are closed in the meditative state. So, I would love for you to do a quick little 2 to 3 minute meditative something for us as we
Oh,
can go out there. And like I said, that's based off of what you want. If it's the feminine sexism, racism, or whatever you feel like somebody's going to tap in and watch this video, that you'll reach them right where they are.
I'm going to give you a breathing attunement.
Okay.
I'm going to suggest everybody sit comfortably.
Yes.
We have 3 minutes. What do we have?
Yes. 3 minutes.
Okay. Sit comfortably. Take off your shoes. Okay. If you're driving a car, drive your car. If you're cutting an apple, cut the apple. This is when you can put that to the side and focus. Okay. Just so we get that straight. Okay. Loosen your clothing.
Yes.
I'm going to loosen mine too because I'm going to guide you in this.
And I want you to already know. I'm showing y'all. Look, my shoes are already off. I knew you were saying that, so I'm ready. Let's go.
Me too. Okay.
There we are. Let's do this.
Cross-legged in here.
I'm with you.
It's how we live. Okay, this is for real. It's my lifestyle. Okay.
Yes.
Comfortably, I'm going to send energy to you. I'm going to call it, send it, and then I'm going to guide you. Okay, so I need a moment to lift my frequency. And thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everybody. And thank you, Felicia. Fill yourself with healing white energy, sparkling with gold. Let the spiritual vibration of the universe, the goddess God, non-binary beingness of source, fill you, whatever your language may be, goddess, God, source, Allah, great spirit, Yeshua, whatever your language might be. Let this all fill you. Breathe into your heart and slowly exhale. Fill your heart with magenta light. Let that circulate throughout your being and slowly exhale. Now fill yourself with gold and silver sparkling light. You are filled with protection, blessings, prosperity, health. And we're going to take a little journey into a higher realm. You are safe. And allow yourself to know that vibrationally, you're getting higher and higher, lighter and lighter, freer and freer. You're getting higher, higher, lighter, freer. You are safe. You are protected. You are blessed. You are beautiful. And as you feel this energy, you can allow yourself to bask in this. You can ask for healing or shifts in any aspect of your life. And if you choose and you have permission, you can send it to someone you know and or to the very earth. So I shall be silent for a moment to allow you to do this. Then I will return. Fill yourself with etheric blue light. Allow yourself to again be fully in your body, bit by bit by bit by bit. And slowly and gently, as you feel ready, you may gently begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Gently begin to move your hands on your wrists, your feet on your ankles. And as you feel ready, you may gently move your head on your neck. And when you feel ready, and your head is upright comfortably on your neck, facing forward, slowly, slowly, slowly open your eyes. Notice how you feel.
Thank you, Audrey.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And I want you to know that today I was already connected with you because the crystal that I had today here was the golden healer quartz. And everything that you were just talking about, golden light, golden energy, the golden light here on this picture so resonated. And it was even the golden healer crystal attracts abundance, prosperity, success, eases stress, anxiety, helps break bad habits, release negative patterns, behaviors, especially in relationships, raises vibrations, brings powerful healing of body, mind, and spirit.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank
This
you,
has
everyone.
been such a pleasure. Thank you so very much. Thank you, everybody who participates with Felicia. Yes, call me.
Yes,
I
indeed.
am here.
Thank you, Audrey. And until next week, thank you. This has been an all intuitive conversation.
And it has.